Hello and welcome to Krishi Jagran Business, platform that keeps you updated with all the agri news of the nation. This is Khushi Mutkal. Let's take a quick look at the top headlines of the day. Aushadhi Kendras to provide medicines 50% to 90% cheaper than the market price. 2,000 packs get permission to sell. Global tree nut production likely to reach 5.7 million tons in 2023-24. Cyclonic circulation in Arabian Sea threatens monsoon progress. Farmer the journalist empowers 150 participants in 28th Hindi training session. European Union's shift to compliance regime poses potential burden on Indian organic exports. Study reveals urgent need to strengthen protection of existing parks for biodiversity conservation. Devastating floods claim 42 lives, leave thousands displaced in Haiti. Indonesia braces for devastating forest fires and crop losses as severe dry season looms. Now the news in detail. Aushadhi Kendras, an initiative to provide medicines at an affordable rate, at least 50 to 90% lesser than the market rates of costly brands, is all set to help people from the lower strata of society, especially those living in the rural areas. Therefore, farmers in India can avail the maximum benefit from this scheme of the government. The Union Home and Cooperation Minister Amit Shah called for a meeting yesterday with the Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers Mandavia to discuss giving 2,000 primary agricultural credit societies permission to open Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendras. The eligibility criteria for the individual applicants to open Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendra is to have D Pharma or B Pharma. Any organization, NGO, charitable organization or hospital can apply for this by appointing B Pharma or D Pharma degree holders. The global tree nut production for the upcoming season of 2023-24 is projected to reach 5.7 million tons, kernel basis except pistachios in shell, marking a 5% increase from the previous year. This forecast was announced at the 40th World Nut and Dried Fruit Congress held in London, where industry leaders gathered to discuss the future of the nut industry. While it is still premature to predict the final figures, experts anticipate that almond, walnut, cashew, hazelnut, and pecan crops will largely remain stable or experience only slight growth compared to the previous season. However, there are positive expectations for pistachios and macadamias, with estimated increases of 37% and 9% respectively compared to 2022 and 23. The arrival of the monsoon season in India is facing an additional hurdle this year, as a cyclonic circulation in the Arabian Sea adds uncertainty to its onset. Despite missing its scheduled arrival date over Kerala, the monsoon's progress along India's coast remains uncertain due to the cyclonic system. According to a statement from the Indian Meteorological Department, cyclonic circulation is present over the southeast Arabian Sea, which is likely to result in the formation of a low pressure area within the next 24 hours. This low pressure system is expected to move northwards and potentially intensify into a depression in the southeast and adjoining east central Arabian Sea within the subsequent 48 hours. Farmer the journalist, in collaboration with the Agriculture Journalist Association of India, successfully organized its weekly training session yesterday for batch number 51. The event attracted 150 participants from various regions across the country. This session marked the 28th Hindi session, and it proved to be an engaging and interactive experience for all involved. As an advocate for farming communities, Krishi Jagran consistently supports and empowers individuals in the field of agriculture. Through events like these training sessions, we encourage participants to advance their knowledge and skills, ultimately contributing to the progress of the agricultural sector. The European Commission has recently released a draft note outlining its plan to implement rigorous measures starting in January 2025 to ensure compliance with organic product standards in third world countries. This decision comes as a response to the Commission's observation that certain governments in various countries had relaxed regulations during the COVID-19 pandemic, leading to concerns about the accreditation body's ability to guarantee the compliance of these products. While this move aims to strengthen the integrity of organic products, it raises concerns about the potential impact on certification costs in countries such as India. In the fiscal year 2021 and 22, India exported over $300 million worth of organic products to the European Union, and the new regulations could potentially increase the expenses associated with obtaining certification. A recent study conducted by bioscientists from Durham University, the National University of Singapore, and Princeton University highlights the significance of reinforcing the protection of areas that are already safeguarded under law or by local communities. The researchers argue that this measure is equally important for preserving biodiversity as creating new protected areas. The study, published in the journal Science Advances, analyzed approximately 5,000 species and revealed that nearly 70% of them lack sufficient representation in protected areas. However, the research team suggests that by enhancing the protection of existing protected areas and expanding the park networks by a mere 1% of the planet's land area, it is possible to preserve the essential habitats of 1,191 animal species that are particularly at the risk of extinction. Haiti is reeling from the devastating impact of torrential rains, resulting in a widespread flooding and leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Officials have confirmed that at least 42 people have lost their lives, with dozens more missing and injured. In addition, over 13,600 homes have been flooded, exacerbating the already dire situation for the affected population. The Civil Protection Agency took to Twitter to update the public on the rising death toll, which increased overnight as floods ravaged various parts of the country, including areas near the capital city of Port-au-Prince. Prime Minister Ariel Henry issued a government statement expressing his commitment to taking urgent measures alongside national and international institutions to address the immediate needs of the affected communities. Indonesia is bracing itself for an upcoming severe dry season as the El Nino weather pattern takes hold, posing threats to agricultural harvests and increasing the risk of forest fires. Dwikorita Karnawati, the head of Indonesia's Meteorological, Climatological and Geophysics Agency, issued a warning during a press conference yesterday. Based on the available data, Karnawati stated that El Nino began in June and is expected to affect nearly the entire Indonesian archipelago, intensifying until September. She highlighted that the main islands of Indonesia will experience severe drought conditions, with some regions potentially receiving no rainfall or as little as 30% of the usual amount. So that's all for today. We will be back with some more news updates tomorrow. For more updates on Agri News, stay tuned with Krishi Jagran Business. This was Khushi Mutkar.